Alright mate, and welcome back to Brett's Vlogs. And now, as you might know what I'm going to talk about. It was a disappointing loss last night from England. But before we get onto that, people have been saying to me, when you do vlogs you should do something. Yes, I do get your point on that. I will definitely be doing something this weekend. I am travelling to Portugal, so don't you worry, there will be a vlog. So yeah, I'm doing that on Saturday, so I'm filming, don't worry. But anyway, moving on to the England versus Iceland match, the embarrassing match ever for England. Well, starting off, England were ahead England were ahead with one goal. It was 1-0 to England within 3 minutes. Great penalty by Rooney. So we were 1-0 up. After that, they came back with a goal. It was then 1-1. And then after that, they scored another goal and it made it 2-1. But here's the interesting part and the stupidest part I've ever seen in my life. I think last night, just going over the game, I think last night, after once we got the first goal, I think England just lost the confidence after that because, not in the second half though, but they lost the confidence in the first half because it was obviously because of the lack of confidence after getting that first goal, because they got over too excited at getting the first goal. And when you get over too excited, some teams get over too excited and then they put a goal in the back of the net thinking what we just done. So that's what England did last night. It got over too excited because they scored obviously first thingy. But from when England had got 1-0, I thought we were going to take control of that game last night and then go and win it, at least win 2-0. But it weren't all embarrassing anyway. But anyway, it was a waste of 2 hours of staying up last night. I got lucky last night actually. I stayed up and watched it on the main TV, which I was happy with anyway because it wasn't my idea, but my dad asked me, so I watched the match. I watched all of the match last night, but it was mostly disappointing, embarrassing. But when you're looking back at Iceland, we did have to play the second place of Group F. I think they did play well in Group F, but I think they just got, I wouldn't say lucky, but I think they got themselves out of that group. Who topped that group? I think it was Hungary, yeah. Hungary topped that group because they played Belgium, but anyway, moving on. I'm not talking about Belgium or anyone like that. It's England. England last night did a disappointing lose to all the fans. As we may know, it was 2-1 to Iceland in the end. It was very disappointing, very embarrassing. Obviously, it's embarrassing for the fans to see that because you would think that Iceland is probably much of a crappy team when you look at the lineup. But to be honest, I've never seen Iceland play before. Why does it keep on doing that? Okay, yeah, but I've never seen Iceland play before, but it's life and it's football basically. When it's football, it's football. But I think England they probably know they've made too many mistakes in the Euros because we should have topped that group easy. We should have been against, I think I think it was Northern Ireland. We should have played Northern Ireland Basically, we should have been playing Northern Ireland, and we should have easily topped that group. No problem. Obviously, Russia didn't get through because they drew to us, but very disappointing last night. We all didn't expect that to happen, but I think England. But going into the second half, I think should I say, England, they were going on the counter attack. I think they changed the shape as well. Looking back on it as well, please tell me, and can someone just tell me in the comments below, why was Harry Kane taking those free kicks? They were absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. To be honest, he didn't know where to cross them in. He didn't know where exactly, because they just kept on going out of because every time he took a free kick, it was always the goalkeeper's ball, basically, because it was just not good enough. So whenever there's a next competition, which is the World Cup in 2018, that has to be sorted out, because we're not having Harry Kane taking those free kicks. They were terrible, absolutely terrible, because he couldn't. I think he was aiming for back post to get Chris Smalling there, but Eric Dyer came off. But to get Chris Smalling and Tim Cahill to get on the head of it at back post, but that obviously didn't suss out, because he tried to do that, but he couldn't really take free kicks last night. But we do have to give credits to Rooney for scoring, even though we did lose. But England made too many mistakes in this in the Euros, because we've practically only scored 4 goals, which is ridiculous. We could have got more goals than that. Just never seen it before. It's not like England's performance like I've seen in the friendlies, or when they play in their friendlies, they play so well, but obviously just going into the Euros, they're not showing it how they used to show it. Because, for example, we beat the Germans, the World Cup, we beat Germany, the World Cup champions, basically, in the friendly, and then the week after, because we obviously had confidence going into the next game, because we had Netherlands, we'd go and bloody lose to them. So that's because after they were so happy with the result and that. But it's football, basically. They don't realise that they have to look over the game and that. But they're trying the hardest, but it didn't happen last night. We should have at least put it to 2-2, and then just to take it to penalties, because that's the only thing you can basically do to save it and to get through, basically. But Iceland were just defending last night. Even though looking at the lineup for Iceland, I think they did play well. They do have good players. There's too many mistakes done by England in the defence, because we should have closed them down more, because they were still trying to get through in the second half, but we had most of the ball. I don't think. I would say Iceland is pretty much of a crappy team, because I've not seen them play before, but that was my first time seeing them play. But I would say they are average at football. I don't think they're one of the best, but I think they're still a good club. But as they're facing France now in the quarterfinals, they will get beat. So whoever you support, right, this does work, basically. So say I'm a United supporter and an England supporter, right? And whenever United loses, and I hope this works with you, because it should do, because whenever United lose one match, and so say example, United lose to Bournemouth, that was an embarrassing match. we lost to Bournemouth last year. Well, as you may know, sometimes the so say Bournemouth play the week after and they play someone more tougher than United, so say Leicester, because they topped it last year. So say if they play Leicester, they'll get beat by Leicester, and that always often happens. So I think that may happen with England now. After losing to Iceland, they'll now get. So France will probably get payback now after England should have got through, because all the French would have should have. Well, some of the French were going for Iceland last night. I don't know why, but I think that's because they wanted to get safe into the semi-finals, obviously. But sorry French, but I got to say this, but you'll get beat to Germany or Italy though in the semi-finals. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get to the final, but we'll have to see. It's still early days, it's still football, but I'm just saying I think you'll get knocked out by Germany or Italy in the semi-final. Yeah, it's going to be for a definite. So yeah, to all the French, I think you will get to the semi-finals, but that'll be you over, because obviously if you play the Germans, you will be dead, because you know that you'll lose. So yeah, so going over the scores, I think, should we do it or not? I'll do it anyway, but we've got Switzerland, Poland. That was last week, Saturday, and that was 1-1. Oh, great goal by Shaqiri. But they were saying that was tournament the goal of the tournament, but it got even better, but I'll tell you in a minute. Poland won on penalties though, 5-4. Portugal beat Croatia, that's surprising, 1-0. I did see that. I didn't see the match, but they went into extra time, but they just got a goal right at the nick of time, and just before they were going to do penalties, but Portugal just got a last minute winner. Obviously Wales beat Northern Ireland, but England should have played Northern Ireland and we should have been playing Belgium. So yeah, Hungary obviously got beat by Belgium 4-0. Jesus Christ, well done Belgium, I gotta say. Germany beat Slovakia 3-0. Italy beat Spain. France obviously won their game to Republic of Ireland 2-1. And obviously the disappointment, bloody lose to England 2-1 to Iceland, basically. So they're the scores. So going into is it the semis? No, it's the quarterfinals, isn't it? Yeah, it's the quarterfinals and then the semis and then the final. Yeah, so going into the quarterfinals now, it's going to be Poland versus Portugal on Thursday at 11 o'clock. All kickoffs here in Dubai at 11 o'clock, so wherever you're watching in the world, you're going to have to put that forward or behind. Then it's Wales versus Belgium on the Friday. Then it's Germany versus Italy on the Saturday, which I'm not going to be able to watch because I'm not sure actually if I could actually get that match if we get there in time, but I don't think I will, because kickoff will be at 8 o'clock in Portugal because it's 3 hours behind. So I don't think I'll be able to see that match, but I'll definitely watch France and Iceland, because England should have been playing in the French, but no offence, but I think England should have beat, if England was there, I think England could have beat France, because we played France in a international friendly basically, which was done great by the boys. Talking of that game, but I think whoever, to all the French, I think you need to watch that game. It was a good game. But yeah, that's a wrap up of my, well, I would say vlog, but I'm not really out of the house. But yeah, hope this was useful to everyone. I was going to show the bits of the game, but yeah, I can't, because of copyright. But peace.